Have you ever felt tired of worrying too much about the little things in life? In the modern world, full of pressure and turbulence, not caring about unimportant things is a vital art of living. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless principles, has existed for centuries as a beacon of light for those seeking peace and self-possession amid life's storms. It's not just about letting go of unnecessary worries, but also a journey back to oneself, to accept and love oneself more completely. In today's video, let's explore the 15 golden principles of Stoic philosophy to master the art of not worrying. These principles not only help you face every challenge with calmness and clarity, but also open the door to true mental freedom. Through each principle, you will learn how to focus on what you can control, accept the imperfections of life, and find joy in the simplest things. Do you dare to accept the challenge and discover the true power within yourself? Let's start right now, experiencing and absorbing the wonderful principles of Stoic philosophy with us, to live a life not only full of meaning, but also overflowing with happiness and peace. Embark on this journey and feel the change deep within your soul to become the best version of yourself. Number 1. Focus on what you can control. Have you ever wondered why there are times when we feel so helpless and exhausted? The answer lies in the fact that we often expend too much energy on things beyond our control. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." Imagine you are driving on a busy road. You cannot control the traffic or the behavior of other drivers. The only thing you can control is how you react to the situation. Staying calm, following traffic rules, and driving safely. If you focus on getting frustrated because of the traffic jam, you only make the situation worse. But if you accept the reality and focus on what you can do, you will maintain peace of mind. Jesus also emphasized the importance of acceptance and letting go in the Bible. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. This wisdom deeply reflects Stoic philosophy, where peace comes from focusing on the present and what is within reach. In everyday life, applying this principle can help us reduce stress and anxiety. Think about a time you worried about the outcome of a job interview. You cannot control the employer's decision, but you can control how you prepare and present yourself in the interview. By focusing on what you can do best, you will feel more confident and at peace. Are you spending too much time worrying about things that cannot be changed? Stop and reflect on what you can control. Only then will you find true peace of mind. Number 2. Accept that life is imperfect. Life, in its natural way, is always full of unwanted events, difficulties, and failures. Have you ever wondered why life has so many twists and challenges? Stoic philosophy teaches us something very important. Accepting that life is imperfect is the first step to finding inner peace. It is in this acceptance that we find the strength to overcome all adversities. Look at the life of Jesus. He endured much suffering, was misunderstood, and was ultimately crucified. However, in those moments of pain and trial, he displayed serene acceptance and unconditional love. His acceptance is not only a lesson in faith, but also a clear demonstration of the mental strength to overcome life's imperfections. In daily life, we often face minor failures such as losing a job, financial problems, or conflicts in relationships. Instead of tormenting ourselves over things that cannot be changed, learn to accept them as a natural part of life. For instance, when faced with failure at work, rather than blaming yourself or others, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Have you ever thought that every difficulty we encounter brings a valuable lesson? Acceptance is not resignation, but a positive attitude that helps us face reality and find ways to improve ourselves. Remember, it is life's imperfections that create its beauty and value. Number 3, practice mindfulness. Have you ever wondered why our minds often get caught up in unnecessary worries, preventing us from enjoying the present moment? Mindfulness, a core principle of Stoic philosophy, is the key to unlocking the door to inner peace and tranquility. It's not just an abstract concept, but a practical practice that helps us live fully in each moment. Think about a situation when you were anxious about an important meeting or an exam. Did that anxiety help you solve the problem, or did it just add more pressure? Practicing mindfulness by focusing on each breath and noticing the details around you can help you relax and regain balance. You can try it right now. Close your eyes and focus on the sensation of your breath moving in and out. How do you feel after a few minutes of practice? Mindfulness doesn't just stop at focusing on the present. It also involves accepting all emotions and thoughts without judgment. When facing difficulties, instead of avoiding or resisting them, welcome them as a natural part of life. For example, when you feel angry or sad, pause and observe your emotions without judging or trying to change them. Let the emotions pass naturally, like a river flowing over rocks. This approach helps you maintain calm and not get swept away by negative feelings. Indeed, mindfulness not only helps us master ourselves, but also brings true peace and happiness. Start practicing mindfulness today to feel the deep changes within your soul and become the best version of yourself. Every moment in life is precious, and only by living mindfully can we truly capture the beauty of this life. We are curious to know, are you living each moment to the fullest, or are you letting your mind be swept away by unimportant things? Share your stories and insights in the comments below. Number 4, perspective is everything. Have you ever wondered why some people see opportunities in the same situation while others only see difficulties? This is the power of perspective, a core principle of Stoic philosophy. In life, what happens to us is less important than how we perceive and react to it. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that our life is what our thoughts make it. This means that our perspective shapes our reality. An event can be seen as either a challenge or an opportunity, depending on how we view it. When facing difficulties, instead of seeing yourself as a victim, consider it an opportunity to grow and learn. A practical example of applying this principle is in the workplace. One person may view criticism as an opportunity to improve, while another may feel offended and lose confidence. Do you realize that the way we choose to perceive a situation can completely change our experience? Changing your perspective is not always easy, but it is key to achieving inner peace and happiness. Have you ever tried changing your perspective on a difficult situation? What was the result? Number 5, let go of entitlement. Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, Jesus. Letting go of entitlement is an important principle in Stoic philosophy. The feeling that we deserve all the good things, from success to admiration, can lead to disappointment when reality doesn't meet our expectations. In reality, life is not always fair, and that is beyond our control. Think about a time when you didn't achieve what you wanted, despite your best efforts. Did feelings of disappointment and resentment help you progress, or did they only add to your pain? Letting go of entitlement allows us to accept reality calmly and continue our efforts without being stuck in disappointment. A specific example is when we don't receive the recognition or reward we feel we deserve at work. Instead of feeling resentful, remember that no one owes us anything. Instead, focus on doing the best you can and finding joy in the process, not the outcome. This not only helps us maintain motivation, but also fosters a positive and relaxed mindset. Have you ever felt that you deserved more in a particular situation? What happened when you let go of that feeling and accepted reality? Letting go of entitlement not only helps us live humbly, but also allows us to enjoy what life brings without being burdened by unrealistic expectations. Number 6. Accept change. Change is inevitable, from the small fluctuations in daily life to the grand transformations in society and nature. Accepting change helps us reduce anxiety and live a more peaceful life. Jesus also reminded us of the transitory nature of this world when he said, "Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away." This statement encourages us not to cling to the temporary, but to focus on eternal values and morals. When we face unwanted changes, instead of resisting or feeling sad, we should see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Have you ever felt anxious about changes in your life, such as starting a new job or ending a relationship? These changes can bring feelings of uncertainty and worry, but they also open up new opportunities. A practical example is adapting to new technology at work. Those who embrace and learn from this change often grow quickly and achieve new successes. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized that our attitude towards change is more important than the change itself. By accepting change, we can turn challenges into opportunities and live a more meaningful life. Have you experienced any significant changes in your life? And how did you cope with them? Are there changes that you find difficult to accept? And what can you do to improve your attitude towards them? Number 7. Judge judiciously. Think about the last time you encountered a situation where you felt the need to judge. Did you judge based on fleeting emotions or after thorough contemplation? The truth is, we often fall into the trap of subjective judgment, influenced by emotions or incomplete information. For example, in the workplace, a colleague's minor mistake might lead to an unfair judgment of their capabilities, when the cause could be due to various other factors. Jesus, in his teachings, also encouraged us not to judge hastily. He said, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged." This not only aims to prevent us from judging others, but also helps us cultivate tolerance and understanding. Judging wisely requires us to step back, consider all angles, and ask ourselves, do I have enough information? Are there factors I haven't considered? Another crucial question is this judgment fair and in line with the values I respect? These questions help us avoid hasty and erroneous judgments, thereby building better relationships with those around us. Have you ever faced a situation where you needed to judge wisely? How did you navigate it? And more importantly, how did that judgment affect your relationship with others? We want to express our gratitude and congratulate you for making it halfway through today's video. Your presence here shows that you are fully ready for this journey. Now, let's shift our focus to the remaining 5 principles in the process of pausing to reflect on self-improvement. Number 8. Forgive others. Forgiving others is not just an act of compassion, but also a demonstration of inner strength and deep understanding. Forgiveness does not mean condoning or justifying wrongful actions, but rather letting go of resentment, thereby freeing oneself from emotional burdens. Jesus, in his famous prayer, taught us to ask, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." This is a powerful reminder that forgiveness is an essential part of spiritual life and love. When we forgive, we not only lighten our own hearts, but also open the door to understanding and kindness. A practical example of forgiveness can be seen in family relationships. There are times when we unintentionally hurt each other, but forgiveness helps heal and strengthen these bonds. Forgiving others is how we show compassion and understanding that humans are imperfect, and from these mistakes we learn and grow. Are you willing to forgive those who have hurt you, to find peace within your soul? Think about how forgiveness can change your life and the lives of those around you. Number 9. Laugh often. The principle of laugh often in Stoic philosophy is not merely an action, but a philosophical attitude toward life. Laughing often is not just a way to face difficulties and challenges in life, but also a tool to change how we perceive and react to the world around us. Imagine you are in a stressful situation, such as a demanding workday or a challenging relationship. In those moments, finding a bit of humor and laughing gently can help you relieve stress and view the problem more lightly. In fact, numerous studies have shown that laughter can reduce stress levels, improve mood, and boost the immune system. This is not just theoretical, but a practical practice that we can apply daily. Have you ever tried laughing in a situation where you usually feel stressed? Did it change how you perceived and dealt with the situation? A common example is when we meet friends and share laughs. Those moments not only create beautiful memories, but also help us forget the worries of life. Laughter, in a sense, is how we express gratitude and love for life. Laughing often is not just a choice, but a way of living. Are you willing to open your heart and laugh more each day to feel the difference? Number 10. Focus inward. Our minds are the only place where we have complete control, and by focusing on values, beliefs, and inner reflection, we can achieve a state of lasting tranquility and happiness. Jesus also taught about the importance of looking inward to find peace and purpose in life. In Matthew 6:6, he says, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father, who is unseen." This statement not only refers to the act of praying, but also reminds us that connection with God and inner peace stem from silence and self-reflection. Think about a time when you felt pressured by the expectations of others or yourself. This anxiety and stress come from placing too much emphasis on external factors. By focusing inward, you can ask, "What truly matters to me?" And "How can I live true to my values?" These questions help you realign your goals and find clarity in your actions. A practical example is setting aside time each day for meditation or journaling. This practice not only helps you connect more deeply with yourself, but also enables you to distinguish between temporary worries and enduring values. Have you ever taken the time to ask yourself important questions about life? How did you feel after doing so? Focusing inward not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also equips us to face life's challenges more firmly and confidently. Next, let's move on to secret number 11 on our journey of discovering and conquering our best abilities. But before that, I have a question for you. Have you ever felt that life becomes too complicated and burdensome? That's when we need to return to the principle of living simply, a core value in Stoic philosophy. Number 11. Live simply. Living simply is not just about reducing material possessions, but also about seeking inner peace and freeing oneself from unnecessary worries and stress. Can you imagine how your life would be if you were no longer obsessed with superficial material things? Jesus taught us, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." These words remind us that true life does not come from material wealth, but from spiritual values and inner connections. When we live simply, we begin to appreciate the small but precious moments, like the laughter of loved ones or the peaceful feeling of enjoying a quiet morning. Do you realize that these are the true sources of genuine happiness? In the modern world, living simply is sometimes underestimated, but look at those who choose this path. They find joy in simplicity, such as walking with family, enjoying nature, or simply sitting down and chatting with loved ones. In summary, living simply is about accepting and being content with what we have, thereby discovering happiness in seemingly small and ordinary things. Are you ready to begin the journey of simplifying your life? Start with the smallest things and feel the positive change in your soul. Number 12. Be humble. Humility, a noble virtue in Stoic philosophy, is key to living a meaningful and peaceful life. Humility is not about belittling oneself, but having a proper understanding of our place in this vast universe. We are just a small part of a greater whole, and arrogance will only lead us to mistakes and regrets. Have you ever thought that the moments when you were humble, listened, and learned from others brought you the most valuable lessons? Jesus demonstrated absolute humility when he washed his disciples' feet, an act of unconditional service and love. He said, "Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant." This affirms that humility is not only about knowing oneself, but also about knowing how to serve and love others. Have you ever felt the satisfaction of helping others without expecting anything in return? In daily life, humility is reflected in how we treat those around us. Humility helps us listen to and respect others' viewpoints, opening our hearts to learn and grow. For example, in the workplace, a humble leader will not only give orders, but also be willing to listen to suggestions from subordinates, thereby creating a harmonious and creative working environment. Or in the family, humility helps us understand and empathize with the challenges and difficulties of our loved ones. Humility opens the door to knowledge and wisdom, allowing us to improve ourselves every day. Have you ever experienced positive changes in your life by practicing humility? Reflect on those moments and see how they have helped you become stronger and more trustworthy. Number 13. Silence is golden. Have you ever regretted words spoken in haste? The principle of silence is golden in Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of silence and controlling our speech. Silence helps us avoid unnecessary conflicts, protects us from thoughtless words, and allows us to listen to and understand others better. Do you think knowing when to remain silent is a valuable skill in life? Jesus also emphasized the importance of silence and restraint in speech. In Matthew 5:37, he says, "But let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one." This teaching reminds us of the value of sincerity and simplicity in communication, steering clear of excessive and deceitful words. In modern life, we are often caught up in the noise and chaos of the world around us. Gossip, endless debates on social media, or everyday conflicts can lead to stress and strife. A typical example is avoiding futile arguments on social media. Instead of getting drawn into endless disputes, we can choose silence, maintain inner peace, and avoid being affected by negativity. Silence is not a sign of weakness or avoidance, but a display of self-control and understanding. It gives us time to think and consider before acting, leading to more thoughtful decisions. Are you ready to try applying the principle of silence is golden in your life? Try it and feel the change in how you perceive and interact with those around you. Number 14. Amor fati. Have you ever faced challenges in life that seemed insurmountable? This is when the principle of Amor fati in Stoic philosophy becomes crucial. Amor fati is not just about accepting everything that happens, but about loving and appreciating every aspect of life, both good and bad. Imagine you are facing a significant failure, perhaps in your career or personal life. Instead of feeling disappointed and lost, think about what you can learn from the situation. Have you ever wondered if there are hidden opportunities within difficulties? Practicing Amor fati helps us see every event, even the unwanted ones, as steps towards self-improvement. For example, a failed entrepreneur can use the painful experiences to build a new, stronger company, learning from past mistakes. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, encouraged us to find joy in all aspects of life, not just when things are going well, but also when facing challenges. Are you ready to love your fate and enjoy everything that happens in life? View every event as an opportunity to grow and find joy in facing those challenges. Number 15. Memento mori. Have you ever wondered what we are living for? The concept of memento mori is one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy, reminding us that life is finite. This phrase is not meant to scare us, but to encourage us to live genuinely, fully, and meaningfully every day. Jesus also said, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die." These words bring faith and hope in life after death, emphasizing the importance of preparing our souls for the inevitable. The reminder of death is not to instill fear, but to make us cherish every moment of life. Have you ever thought that every decision and action we take should be carried out as if it were our last? In daily life, remembering death can help us reset our priorities. We can focus on what truly matters, such as love, kindness, and forgiveness. Think about a friend you have lost or a loved one in their final moments. Do those moments make you realize the value of living authentically and lovingly? Memento mori helps us see clearly that nothing is eternal and that everything we do leaves an impact. This realization makes us live more responsibly, both towards ourselves and those around us. Awareness of death is a reminder to live life with purpose and passion, not wasting time on trivial matters. Are you ready to face life with courage and authenticity? Let Memento Mori guide your actions and decisions. When we apply the 15 principles of Stoic philosophy to master the art of not worrying, we not only free our minds from unnecessary burdens, but also discover true freedom. These principles are not an invitation to become emotionless, but rather an encouragement to live a fulfilled life, focusing on what truly matters. The art of not worrying is not about denying emotions, but learning how to control them. It is the awakening of a free soul, unbound by unnecessary pressures and anxieties. Let these principles be your guide, helping you step forward firmly and peacefully on life's journey. Are you ready to live a life with mental freedom and inner peace? Start today and let Stoic philosophy lead the way. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments and share the video with friends and family to spread the valuable teachings of Stoic philosophy. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos on Stoic living and personal development.